Hi guys, this is Bill from Spencer1984.com with another update to the Blade Runner spinner. This week I'm going to be starting on the upper body, which, like the lower body, is going to require a bunch of prep work before I can actually start the assembly. And the biggest issue is that Fujimi didn't seem to understand the upper or lower windows of the spinner. If we take a look at the footwells here, you can see that even though they included glass panels down there, there's no way that you can actually use them. So what Paragraphics did is they provided some new footwells to be assembled, and to install them, what you got to do is you got to cut out the underside of the body here. And they give you some vinyl masking here. You just apply that, and now you've got kind of an outline for where you need to make the cuts. And they fit on, maybe not quite as precise as I'd hoped, but we'll give them a shot. Alright, so I've got these opened up now. And I did get a little enthusiastic with my cut, so I added a little bit of a filler piece there. Just wanted to give myself a little extra margin of error there for when I'm doing the final fitting. So to make the new footwells, this is how it comes on the sheet, and you're going to want to fold it toward the score lines. There are dedicated tools for this task, but despite all evidence to the contrary, I'm really cheap about some things. And so for right now, a metal ruler and some very careful bending is sufficient. Get this last piece in here. Just kind of square it up a little bit. And there you go. That's what the new footwell looks like. Just kind of set it in here. And that's what that'll look like. I've also got the other side cut out and folded. So that's about how that one's going to look. So next, I'm going to take these two, and I'm going to take the upper body here, put that on the lower body, and get the final fitment. But before I do that, I need to deal with this rear bulkhead. Because the only part that I actually need is this. The way that Fujimi made the kit, you can see, if you just line this up, that bulkhead would have totally blocked off the rear windows. So what Paragraphics did is they give you these three pieces. I've got them epoxied together. It's not a pretty epoxy job, but you won't be able to see that. And I've assembled it the same way I did the footwells, cut it out and bend it with a ruler. And once it's in place, you can see that now those upper windows look right into the interior like they're supposed to. And that looks so much better like that. So I'm not going to install it quite yet, but I am going to glue the console so that everything is attached to the floor before I try to fit the footwells in. So now let's take care of that. Alright, what I've got here is I've got the footwells held in place with a little bit of poster tack. I'll just keep them in place so I can check the alignment. And I'm going to bring in the upper body. I'm going to see how all of this lines up. And if you do this, unfortunately it's not the easiest thing to test fit, because the rear end has to spread out over the wheels and doesn't really want to do that, at least not from this angle. There we go. So now the back's in, just go forward, make sure these pegs are lined up, make sure that the front wheel holders are lined up, and that all closes up pretty good. And yeah, that looks okay. It does look like the boxes got knocked a little out of alignment when I put it in, but other than that, not too bad. Yeah, I think those will work. The body's being pushed up a little bit, but that doesn't seem to be the boxes. I think I've just got something sprung a little bit here. And other than that, looks like the only thing I'm going to need to do is straighten them out and do a little bit of filler right there. Alright, got that filled in. It's looking pretty good. And I've got the boxes glued in, so they're nice and square. Pull this back apart. And that's how the footwells look in place. I've got them epoxied in, so they're not going anywhere. I'll let them fully set up, get some primer on this, take care of any final pinholes, and that'll be time for paint. So I will have another update next week. Check back then, and thanks for watching.